Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to do kind of a roundup of all the products that I've been trying out since the past, I want to say 6 months to 1 year, maybe longer, maybe lesser. And I just want to let you know right in the beginning of this video, if you are someone who gets excited by every single new launch and you feel like, oh, I have to try out every new product and I just have to get my hands into everything, I think this video will be very, very helpful for you, because you will realize how many new launches that are coming out there in the market are similar to products that have already existed, that you've probably already tried. So the only purpose of me making this video is not to share dupes, but it's more so to share alternatives, products which I feel like are similar to each other, where if you have tried one, you don't need to try the other. And that is essentially what this video is going to be called, is that if you have tried one, you don't need to try the other. I'm going to kind of share products which I feel like are similar enough, where you don't need to have both in your collection, you don't need to have duplicates in your collection. A lot of times, if you're interested in trying out every single new launch, you might end up with more duplicates than, like, you might not realize you're actually ending up with duplicate products, but you might be. So I've done a couple of similar-ish videos in the past, and if I can find some relevant ones, I will leave links down below. But any which ways, we have like 5-ish pairings to speak about, so let's quickly dive right into this video. The first pairing, and this is something that when I tried out the product for the first time, like the second product basically I'm going to talk about, I was a little bit blown away by how similar it is to something that I already know and I've already tried. I am speaking about the Aqualogica Radiance Sunscreen and the Fae SPF Juice. Now, the Aqualogica Radiance Sunscreen is one that I tried out quite a few months ago. I believe it was last year if I'm not mistaken, and I liked it, but I did find it to be not my favorite among other Aqualogica sunscreens, because this one is more, I feel like, dewy finish on the skin. And if you are someone who likes the glass skin look, or if you like if you have dry skin and you like that glossy glowy look basically on the skin, I don't think it's the most moisturizing, which is why I'm saying that, you know, this will look good on dry skin with a caveat. Like, it'll give you the glowy look, but it's not the most moisturizing product. So for my skin personally, I found that I couldn't wear it. You know, I mean, I would not wear this throughout the day on its own, because I feel like it would make me look very glowy, very dewy, almost greasy. At the same time, I wouldn't wear this under makeup either. So even though I had it and I kind of used it how I used it, I did not feel like I want to repurchase something like this or have in my collection. And then a couple of months ago, I got the Fae SPF Juice, and it reminds me so much of the Aqualogica Radiant Sunscreen, and I'll tell you why. It's got the same like liquidy consistency almost, and it will like literally run down your fingers when you're applying it, both of the products. Even when you apply it on the skin, the Fae SPF Juice also has the same glowy, dewy look that the Aqualogica Radiant Sunscreen has. So in my opinion, personally, I think that these two are very, very, very similar to each other overall. They are not super moisturizing, at the same time they're not super mattifying, they're kind of in the middle. And depending on what finish you like with your sunscreen, you can decide if you want to get a product like this or not. Apart from that, if I had to tell you which one to pick and which one to not pick, it's hard, but I would go with the Fae SPF Juice, and the only reason for that being is that this now comes in a bigger size, like a value size basically, because I feel like both of these products have been pretty popular. I think the Fae SPF Juice has been more popular than the Aqualogica Radiance Sunscreen, but yeah, it was very, very popular, and now they have obviously come up to the bigger size because of all the people who love the Fae SPF Juice. So I feel like that one kind of wins, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know, get whatever you want to get. If you're placing an order on Aqualogica, just get the Radiance one. If you're placing an order on Fae, or if you want to get like a bigger sunscreen size, get Fae. It does not really matter at the end of the day, is my point. And I feel like I've been talking about this for a while, so let's move on to our next pairing. This is another one that like I tried out recently. I tried out the second one not that long ago. But let me tell you what are the two products I'm talking about. I'm speaking about the Plum Rice Water and Niacinamide Sunscreen and the Dermaco Pore Minimizing Priming Sunscreen. Now, a lot of people out there on the internet have had an amazing experience with the Plum Rice Water and Niacinamide Sunscreen, and I get it. I was also super excited to get it, and initially I think when I was using it, I was almost in disbelief ki how do I not like this product, you know, like I have to like it. I was basically forcing myself to like it, and then I realized, you know what, I'm not reaching for this product at all, which means I actually genuinely don't really like it as much. So eventually I did declutter it, and the reason why I don't like it in the first place is because I feel like this is actually something that's more geared towards dry skin. It's quite moisturizing. It does leave a dewy finish in the skin, but if you have more combination oily skin, or if you like something that is more like satin skin finish leaning matte, you are not gonna like this. So I think that's my main thing, like that's the main reason why I did not like this. And when I tried out the Dermaco Pore Minimizing Priming Sunscreen, I was surprised how similar these two were. Like truly they're so similar to each other. Both have that like creamy moisturizing consistency. When you hear the name like Pore Minimizing Priming Sunscreen, you are assuming it's going to be like I don't know, like a primer that is going to you know, be like a maybe slightly silicone-y even. It was just not what I was expecting at all, to be completely honest. And again, like I said, I will leave relevant videos, so I'll probably leave videos demoing all these products, whatever I have, so that you can actually see what these products actually look like. For the Faye and the Dermaco, I think my 5 days 5 sunscreens, the most recent one that I did, would be the most relevant, and then I will also leave other videos where I have demoed these other products, so definitely you can go ahead and check it out. Personally, I feel like this is the best like pairings I could find in terms of how similar a product is. If you have tried one or the other, even if you like it or don't like it, it doesn't matter. I think comparing in this sense is going to give you context and idea like how similar something is to the other if you have tried one or the other. So yeah, that's that. Moving on, let's talk about some more new products that I tried out, and these are not the same, but they're basically similar enough. I have 3 products. I have the Dermaco Kojic Acid Cream, I have their Kojic Acid Gel, and I also have the Dr. Sheths Kesar and Kojic Acid Pigmentation Cream. Now, for those of you who don't know, Dermaco and Dr. Sheths are now owned by the same parent company, which is Honasa, which is by Varun and Ghazal Alag. Basically, if you know anything about the beauty industry, you would know who these people are. Ghazal has been on Shark Tank as well. She's been one of the sharks, so I feel like that's why more people know about her, even people who are not a part of the beauty industry. So any which ways, not going into her family history or her brands and basically her children, but Dermaco has been under the Honasa brand for a long time, and then Dr. Sheths has also recently been acquired by Honasa. And when I say recently, I don't know how recent, but it is very easily available. Like you could just Google this information and you will see. So now a lot of the Dr. Sheths products that have been coming out are more newer and quite different, and you can definitely tell that there is a little bit of a resemblance in terms of packaging components that they've been using, etc. So these 3 products basically that I've been talking about, I feel like are all very similar to each other, and I feel like it's one of those things that it will determine which one you want to get based on your skin type. If you have super dry skin, I think the Kojic Acid Cream from Dermaco would be the best. The Dr. Sheths Kesar and Kojic Acid Pigmentation Cream, I think personally is suitable for all skin types. If you're a little oily or a little dry, it would still work for you. If you have normal combo skin, it would still work for you. Whereas the Kojic Acid Gel is obviously the most lightweight among the 3. At the same time, I feel like for me personally and my personal collection, I did not need to get all three because of how similar they are. Obviously, it helps me create content for you guys and compare these products for you. But apart from that, I think it was all similar enough to where I feel like I have duplicates, which will eventually not be the case because I will use all of these up and I will decide which one I want to stick with depending on the offers, etc. And again, I feel like price wise you can't really compare because Dr. Sheths goes on offer pretty often. Dermaco I feel like not as much because it makes sense, like Dermaco sells a lot of products without offers as well, so like they might not, you know, put the brand on offer that frequently. But yeah, depending on your personal preference with brands or with skin types, you can decide which one you want to get. I just wanted to let you know that these are all very, very similar products. So yeah, depending on your skin type, you can choose. Speaking about another Dr. Sheths product, since we're on this topic any which ways, I am speaking about their most recent sunscreen. Actually, at the time I'm filming this video, they did come up with the fourth sunscreen, but the Dr. Sheths Centella and Niacinamide sunscreen was the third sunscreen launch from them, which got a lot of buzz, a lot of traction, and a lot of people were really interested in this product, and I wanted to get it for myself to see what it's like and how it compares to the other formulas. I was very excited about it, but I was definitely expecting something way, 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 way different to what it actually is, and that is pretty surprising to me because I was expecting a more advanced sunscreen. And the reason I'm saying that is because I think this product is very, very similar to something that I used a couple of years ago, and that is the Reequil Dry Touch Matte sunscreen. I'm talking about the white and blue, basically Reequil sunscreen that I know it is still around, it's still very popular, and I feel like, I mean, I wouldn't say very popular, but I know people still buy it. People who have been a whole, like, if it's your holy grail sunscreen and you are someone who doesn't experiment much, if you're not really a part of the beauty industry and you just use what you use for, like, you know, basic necessity kind of purposes, then you won't really switch. And clearly this brand is still around, they are still selling the product is not discontinued, which means people are obviously buying it. And this sunscreen I feel like was definitely ahead of its game and was really, really good for the people who really love it and enjoy it, and if it works for you, it just works for you. And personally I feel like texture wise, consistency wise, both of them are very, very similar. Though I will say, and I mentioned in my review video as well, the Centella and Niacinamide sunscreen kind of gives me a little trouble because I feel like it settles in the lines on my face that I don't even have. I mean, I know I have certain lines, like I have this you know, these parallel lines on my neck, and then I have, I mean, I don't have lines on my forehead, but I feel like it also settles a little bit in the under eye region. So yeah, I feel like the sunscreen does settle in lines for me quite a bit. Even my eyelid creases, by the way, it does settle in, so that's a little bit disappointing. I don't think the Reequil used to set in my under eye lines or in my neck lines or any of that stuff. I don't very clearly remember, so I don't want to claim that, but I do feel like the Reequil was kind of better, and because it was ahead of its time, I feel like I want to give it extra brownie points for that. Whereas the Dr. Sheths sunscreen just basically is like the new shiny thing, which is why everyone is all about it. But in my opinion, if you have used Reequil and you have not tried out the Centella one yet, I would say it's just the same. So depending on which one you want to get, you can decide. Of course the Centella one would be on offer and would probably be a better price because of the offer. So if that's what you're considering and that's why you want to get Dr. Sheths, that completely makes sense. So yeah, that's that. You can kind of, again, like I said, decide for yourself which one you want to get. And last but not the least, the one I'm going to talk about is actually one that I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this in the past. I try to avoid like repeating products in these videos and not mention combos that I've mentioned in the past, but for this one I want to particularly do that because I feel like one of these products I've been seeing a lot of buzz about recently, and that is the Put Simply Water Dam Moisturizer. This is a really beautiful moisturizer that I have repurchased even and used a couple of times, so I really do like it. At the same time, I feel like this is actually similar to other products that are much more affordable. I think that Put Simply is a little bit expensive for what it is. I mean, I get that it's a smaller brand and I'm sure that they have smaller margins, so they can't maybe price the products lower than what they're currently priced at, but I do think that there are similar products out there in the market which are much cheaper than this. To give you an example of a nice luxe moisturizer that is still, I would say, relatively expensive but not as expensive as Put Simply, I'm speaking about the cult favorite Formularx Barrier Relief Moisturizer. I think both of these are very similar in terms of the consistency, the way they go on the skin, the way they apply. I would say that the Barrier Relief is a little bit more creamy, but it still blends in just as quickly into the skin, whereas the Put Simply Water Dam is a little bit more hydrating, maybe less moisturizing, so it doesn't go on as creamy. It's like a cream gel, you know what I mean. But there is also a newer moisturizer which I feel like is kind of similar to these two as well, and it comes in like the best value size that you could possibly get because it's like double the size. I'm speaking about the not Dr. Sheths, Dot and Key Barrier Relief, what is it called, Barrier Repair Face Cream with like probiotics and all that. This one I feel like is a great nighttime moisturizer for me, but I can still use it in the daytime as well, and it's got that same nice creamy consistency that blends on beautifully into the skin, but it doesn't feel heavy at any point. No matter whether I'm using it in the morning or night, it never ever feels heavy, and it's such a good price, it's such a good value, and I'm just blown away by how amazing it is. If I'm being truthful, I don't know if I would be purchasing the Formularx moisturizers again, just because of how amazing this one is, and I feel like it's such a good value that I can't justify spending the money on the Formularx moisturizers even. Like earlier I used to feel like Formularx is more economical than Put Simply, so I will stick with that and skip on the Put Simply, but now I feel like I'll skip on both and I'll just stick to the Dot and Key because it's truly the best value ever in terms of price and quantity. So yeah, that's that is it for the video. Those are all the products that I wanted to speak to you about and share, and I really hope that you found this video helpful in some way. I know I would love to do like you know, demo clips and show you these products in comparison, but a lot of this stuff, like I said, I've already used up and I've used a while back, so I don't actually have them physically to show you these comparisons, but I will leave all the relevant videos that I possibly can where you will see these textures, and then you can you know, see for yourself how similar they are. But yes, that is it for the video. I will definitely continue to continuing to make such videos for you guys. I'm already working on a part 2. I mean, I could have mentioned 10 combos in this video, but then we would be here for a good solid hour. So because I did not want to do that, I'm going to do 5 in this video, and then we will do 5 in the next video, which will be coming up pretty soon, maybe in a couple of weeks. But yes, if you did enjoy this video, let me know down below in the comment section. Let me know what you think about these products. Have you tried them out? Do you also think they're similar? Would you be possibly trying out something or skipping on something based on what I told you in today's video? Let me know that as well in the comment section, because it really warms my heart to read and to see that my reviews are truly helpful and are truly making a difference out there for people, because you know, it's, I mean, I don't know why, but when someone tells me that, oh, I was about to buy this but now I'm not gonna buy it, and you saved my money, so thank you so much, that is the best compliment you could truly ever give me. Like, honestly, that's what I want to do at the end of the day. So whenever someone tells me that, it makes me so happy. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, but I'm gonna go now. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.